Welcome, everyone. So we had the WNBA on Prime Thursday. This was one of the two games that were on. So we had the Aces and the Mystics. Boy, this was a battle, battle. Just very competitive game. It was back and forth. Unfortunately, Asia Wilson, if you didn't see the game, Asia Wilson went in for a layup, and her body was at a weird angle. She leaned really far forward to like stretch to make the hoop, and then she fell, and it looked like she just didn't get her arm down in time to break her fall, and she ended up, we later found out, spraining her wrist. So this was right before halftime, and she actually stayed in the game. I think it was her right wrist. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess it was her right wrist. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that because she's left-handed, so I'm pretty sure it was her right wrist. I saw a thing on her, but she stayed in and made the foul shots, and till the end of the half, and then she went out, and then she didn't come back in, and it looks like she's going to be out the next game. So that was that for the Aces. But the Mystics, Brittany Sykes is starting to play like she was before she got hurt. She had 18 points in this game because she's been like MIA for about 4 games. She was, lighting it up. She was one of the leading scorers in the WNBA like the first 10 games. And then she got hurt, and like she was scoring like 6 points, just like not, she didn't even look like she was trying to shoot. Just strange. But she scored 18 this time, so she took 15 shots, 46% from the floor, and she was 1 for 3 from 3. So that's what, she had 5 turnovers, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. That is a much better Brittany Sykes for the Mystics, because the Mystics are definitely going to need her down the stretch. So the Mystics end up winning this game 70-68. But like I said, fantastic game. By quarters, 15-15. Then the Aces went out to a lead in the second. They outscored them by almost double. So it was 25-12. And then the next quarter, the Mystics pulled it right back, and 23-15. They outscored the Aces. And then in the fourth, they closed it, and 20-13, and ended up winning by 2. Because this one was down to you had those swings, but it came right down to the very end of the game. To like the last 3 minutes, you would have no idea who was going to win this game. So good, hard-fought battle. Looking at turnovers, Washington had more turnovers, 17-13. They need to clean those up. Let's look at shooting percentages. Yeah, the Aces, oh my goodness, 12% from 3. They were 3 for 25. You aren't going to win a whole lot of games shooting like that. I think that they should stop shooting them for a while. Take a couple, but drive to the hoop, get the fouls, and go to the foul line. Or work the ball in. It's tough without Asia Wilson, but Megan Gustafson is in there now, and she's no Asia Wilson, but she's a very good player. She can handle that. But yeah, that bad shooting from 3. Jewel Lloyd was their leading scorer. She had 20 points. Most of hers were inside, but she still took 7 threes and only made 2 of them. So Chelsea Gray was 1 for 2. She kind of did what I was just explaining. She went to the hoop. So she was 6 for 10 overall. So she drove to the hoop and was dishing. So she had 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Let's see, who else? Jackie Young had 10 points. These are numbers from the Aces that, don't make any sense. Because Chelsea Gray was like a dagger most of the time. She'd have that turnaround fade away that you couldn't stop, and she'd just nail them. And she had a couple, but it's like it's not for all 4 quarters anymore. Maybe they're just getting older, and is what it is. Dana Evans has been playing well for them. She had 11 points. She was 4 for 7 from the field. Nye was hitting threes early on in the season, but now she didn't even take a shot. And she played 14 minutes. She had one shot from the floor, and it was a 2-point shot. Let's see. Lloyd had 20 points. Kia Stokes, no points. Alyssa Smith had 6. Let's see. Jackie Young, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. But you're looking at the plus or minus. Other than Dana Evans, everybody pretty much was minus. Nye was plus, but she only took 1 shot. I don't even know how that works. Gustafson had 4 points. Kirsten Bell had 2. She was 1 for 9. 0 for 7 from 3. Ugh, that's not going to win you any games. So they had, let's see, rebounds were pretty even, 31 to 35. Mystics out-rebounded them. Assists, Mystics had 20. The Aces only had 12. Oh, that's bad. Wow. I'm shocked that this game was this close. You look at the game, and it was pretty much close, other than those 2 when the Aces went ahead in the second quarter. But you look at the stats, and it's like, oh, my God. You look at these stats, like the shooting percentages. But you know what? Here's the thing. Washington was only 18% from 3, but they only took 11 shots. They were mostly inside, and they shot 43% from the field. And the Aces were 38. But you look at these numbers, and you'd think that it was at least a 10-point win. So credit to the Aces for battling through playing really badly, statistic-wise. They were in this game the whole way. They were actually leading in the fourth, and that swing, that 20 points to 13, that was all in the end. That was the Mystics coming back. So let's see, go down here. So Citron had 9 points. She shot bad. She was only 2 for 10, 0 for 4 from 3. Kiki Irifin had 12. Excuse me. 8 rebounds. And then Austin had 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Sykes had 18 points. She had 5 turnovers, though. Let's see. Kiki Irifin had 4 turnovers. She gets some traveling calls. She tries to make moves, and her feet, like her upper body's going too fast for her feet, I think, or vice versa. Let's see here. Stephanie Dolson only took 2 shots. She didn't have any points. She used to be, she was in the 3-point shooting contest last year, I think, and the year before, and she was one of the top 3-point shooters. And now she just isn't hitting them anymore. Jade Melbourne had 4 points. Aaliyah Edwards had 6. She seemed more dominant in the game than 6 points. Maybe it was just, she was a key contributor in this game. She had 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Oh, she had 2 blocks. So that was good. Maybe that's what I was remembering. But otherwise, really good game. Credit to the Aces for fighting through playing bad and almost pulling this out. So, but congratulations, the Washington Mystics. You got in there, came back, and pulled out a win. So now Washington is 10-10, and the Aces are 9-11. So that's all I have for this one. I'm going to cover the other game that was on Prime, and we'll get to that one next. So we'll see you next time.